Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to talk about Charlie Kirk's fight, a life that helped shape our nation for the better. Now, it's been a while, guys. I haven't been on here as much lately, and just wanted to say I had to put a podcast together today, and this is a little different one from the finance, economics, and Bitcoin I normally talk about. I think right now I was really sad. When he got shot and killed the other day, I was so frustrated. And I just feel like right now our country is just at each other's throats. I think it's so important that we let Charlie's legacy live on. We keep having those open discussions. We keep encouraging those open discussions because right now, what I saw happen, that was an attack on free speech. It was hey, if you say your mind, you say what you believe in, we'll just shoot you. That is the vibe I got, and that's a scary feeling because it's like, hold up, like we should be able to speak freely in this country. And he always encouraged open discourse. Always, that was something he did. And I'm so proud of him as a person, and I look up to him. He's just a few days older than me. I'm 31. He's 31. He moved from Chicago. I moved from Chicago. He moved to Arizona. There's a lot that I looked up to him, and I didn't follow him too closely. And I just wanted to say I feel like I knew him. I've been watching a lot of his podcasts and listening to a lot of his content lately, and I think he had a good soul. I think he had a really positive place in this earth, and he did a lot of greatness. And his death has shaken my soul to the core. And at this moment that I'm speaking right now, I'm still shook. I'm in shock. But I want to redirect this energy into something positive. I don't want to just sit here and doom scroll. There's a lot of content out there that's pretty negative, and I just want to make sure to redirect it into something positive, even though it's something that is really bad and sad that has happened. This was more than an attack on Charlie, not just because it was an attack on free speech, but I think it just shows that in America, if someone doesn't agree with you, they're willing in certain cases to do this stuff. And I just think it's ridiculous that if you can't win an argument, what do? People are pulling out guns on each. Like, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And so our country has been divided and polarized for decades now, but it's just getting worse. It's ratcheting up. It's getting more and more polarized and divided. And I think when people can't win an argument, when people can't have open discourse, this is what they do. This is the third incident in the past couple days. There's that beautiful young lady from Ukraine. There was that guy at the motel, that Indian American. And I'm just noticing, like, maybe it's just the algorithm or the news cycle, like, but it's not. It's these events are things that would happen in a third world country. And it's happening here in the United States of America. And I'm not going to just sit here and dwell and talk about the negative. I think there's some positive things. I'm going to start donating and supporting Turning Point USA. I'm going to start strengthening my faith in God. I'm not going to just, look at it through a nihilistic doom perspective. I'm going to look at it through, hey, what can I do to strengthen my faith, myself? What can I do to allocate some of my funds towards causes that are important, like this Turning Point? And I also think I need to strengthen my body and strengthen my relationships with others. I think that's one thing. It's easy just to block someone or, get into a fight on the internet, keyboard warrior, right? But I think it's important that we have discourse, but we also try to see other people's point of view. But I also think now it's more important than ever to speak up to what is right. We got to speak up to what is right and not sugarcoat things anymore. We can't give the left an inch or they'll take a mile. I'm going to also volunteer and help support the community where I can as well, because at the end of the day, we need to be active. We need to be good stewards of the community, and I think things have gone south in this country for the past couple of years, and they keep going further south. And I think what we can do is we can try to help others and lead by example. And I think people watching this that are students, they should consider volunteering at these chapters and keep spreading the word as well of what Charlie was saying, what Charlie's fight was, what Charlie advocated for, which was open discourse, open debate, freedom of speech, dialogue, talking through an argument or talking through points to the end. You know, that's how I think we can not let any of his work go in vain. We can keep his torch brightly lit. We can keep it very brightly lit and keep carrying it through into the dark times that we're in. I think we need to pray for those that are evil. You know, we can't, essentially, like, a lot of those people are lost. They're godless. They are going down these dark rabbit holes on the internet, on Blue Sky and Reddit, Discord. They're going down dark places and they're getting radicalized. Very far left. But you know what? I feel like because of what Charlie did, Charlie's fight, I feel like I'm doubling down on my position of being a conservative. I know it's hard to say on a podcast that just I talk about finance, I talk about Bitcoin, and you know, but it's something I believe in. I need to speak to what is right and what is true, and I just think our country, as we've adopted these liberal values over the years, just gotten worse and worse. And that's why I'm going to start taking a more conservative stance, and I think it can help shape the nation for the better. Have kids. Go to church. Help others. Encourage open dialogue, open debate. I mean, what's so complicated about that, right? Like, what's wrong with having kids and trying to grow our population? What's wrong with going to church here and there, and trying to pray to a higher power? I think people have, over the years, we've slowly become trusting in the science. And I put parentheses around the science because we all saw what that was back in the cerveza sickness a few years ago. So I think now more than ever, we need to, in these dark times, seek faith. We need to be there for each other. We need to try to help others that don't see the light, and talk openly about this kind of stuff. Charlie, I love you, man. I never got to meet you directly. I did see you speak here in Phoenix at one of the Trump rallies I was at last year, and I do think you were a positive influence to our generation, and I think your word will live on forever. We need to keep pushing for what is right. We need to keep pushing for his legacy and keep pushing for our country to go in the right direction. It has been getting worse by the day, but you know what? We're still newer in this experiment of the United States of America. We're a young country at 250 years old, but you know what? We have great role models, I think. Great people in this country. I mean, even Erica Kirk, her speech the other day, that was one of the most beautiful and empowering speeches, and her words will echo in me forever. I mean, those were some powerful words she said, and I'm very hopeful her family, her kids, get all the support they need, and I just feel so bad that Charlie was taken from them. We need to be there for the families, the loved ones. We need to show our support for Charlie and Turning Point USA and his cause. And I do think right now it is a turning point, and we need to take action positively and in the right direction. And I think that's how we can carry his torch brightly lit into the future. I love you, Charlie. And I know that you are going to be loved by millions and millions and hundreds of millions forever. You have cemented your legacy in such a strong and powerful way. And I think that people like me that typically are more shy about this stuff or don't get involved, I think we're going to start speaking up now about some of the good work that you've done and some of the good work that we need to continue to do in this world, or else evil will take over. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Feel free to share, comment, rate, like, and I'll see you guys in the next one.